Hey everyone, getting hot outside, but we're in the shade. We're going to take this little gnarly guy, which is right here, and get him put in a pot, which is right there. So buckle up and hang on, let's do this. Alright, so you may remember this guy that I picked up. It was actually the biggest tree I picked up at Plant City Bonsai. There we go, better lighting. But we're in the shade, and you can see the sun's out here. It's a little warm out, so I got the top pulled over. But anyway, we're going to, I guess I should show you why. Like, if you can see down in there, the soil's been washed out. Probably why part of this guy died off. And the other part looks fine and healthy, but this pot is blown out. So, it definitely needs something done. I think the more, when you're watering, it's just going to keep washing out through that hole and slowly kill off more of the tree. So what we're doing here today, that's the biggest pot I have, the terracotta one. So I'm hoping this can just plop it in there and it'll be fine. I don't have to take much off. If I have to take some off, I will. If it looks like it's way too crazy of a fit, I may just plant this sucker in the ground. Just actually dig a hole, put it in the ground. Or I think they're about 10 or 15 bucks. They've got plastic pots down at my local True Value or whatever right down the road here. But I definitely need to do something real quick. I've already been back a couple days, and I planned on doing something with this the first day back. I just haven't got around to it yet. I did all the benches and stuff. So anyway, I'm not going to do a full-on how I'm just going to do here. I'll probably show you after I get this thing cut out how big the roots are, and then setting it in, and then what I have to work with after that. Alright, I've got it cut off. I'm still not sure size-wise what we're dealing with here, if that's going to work or not. It'll definitely fit around, but I think it's going to stick up pretty high. But I'm going to set it in there and see what it looks like. Okay, before I set it up there, I just want to show you like all the, I guess you could call it damage that's happened since this thing ended up in the blown out pot. Like here's the backside of where the pot had busted open, and you see it just washed out all the soil from rain and watering it, and that's probably, I would imagine, what killed off part of the tree. So we're gonna try to get this thing in a pot and work with it. I think I'm actually gonna take my invisible root rake and just scrape this gunk off before I try to even put it in the pot. You can see it was probably root bound. I would imagine what split the pot, and then it just, over time, probably years, ate itself out with the roots and all. Just the rain ate out the roots. Whoa. Get over here, just taking the gunk off so it doesn't get everywhere. It'll be easier to clean up. So far it's looking like I may have to go track down a bigger pot, but we're gonna lift her in there and see what it looks like. I know what you're thinking. Looks like we're on a trip to buy another pot. Let's go get a pot. And I'm back. I picked this pot up for $6 down there at the True Value, whatever they call that place. So we're gonna slap this guy in there now, and we'll probably have to fill up the bottom with stuff to get it at the height we want, but we're gonna check it out. Well, it fits, but it stops right there. Of course I knew that, so now I'm gonna have to fill the bottom in, just so that, if you don't put something in there, it'll wash it down, and the top will be completely washed out in a matter of, I don't know how long, week, month, whatever. So we got to get that done, and then I'll try to position it in there a certain way, but that looks like that'll work out pretty good for that guy. All right, we got it in there. I did tilt it just a hair. I had to put some of this river rock stuff in the very bottom, and then to where I got it tilted just a hair this way because there's enough room in this bigger pot. And that's just for now. Now I'll fill it in with bonsai soil, work it in There's some holes over here. This was flush up against the side, but I'll work in all the bonsai soil and we'll take another look at it. Spin it around when I get it done here. All right, there it is. Will it spin? I don't know if you guys can make out. Here's the back side. I actually raised this up. This was tilted down more, so I did raise it up that way as we come in and put it in the pot. There's no like front to this tree yet. If I had to pick one right now, right here probably, I would take some of this, work this foliage over a little bit, wrap some of these guys around. They make out there's a bunch of deadwood already. Somebody had already started doing a little carving in there. You could get something going there. Lighting is horrible. Apologize for that. But we're gonna water it and we'll take another look at it. I figured I'd show you. You'll want to do this just like you would a repot on any other one. Just soak it down real good. Make sure it all gets settled and whatever needs to be washed out does. That's probably good. See, the water's beading up. Not really the pot I wanted to put it in, but it definitely, hopefully, will health-wise show improvements now. Which it looks fine. The foliage it is there, except there's a few right in here that don't look real good, but the rest of it looks real good and healthy that is there, so it should be good now. Like I mentioned, let me turn it over this way. Still not sure because I'm gonna have to pick out branches and move these over on top of the deadwood after I, clean it up. But somewhere right in here will probably be my front for it for now. But it's still a big, huge, gnarly tree that's gonna have probably some of that deadwood's actually gonna need cut back. And you do still have some life here and there that, some of that may pop back. This looks dead, but this is still alive. So we'll see what this potting does. Alright guys, you know the deal. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Can you see me? Help share this channel. This was just a real quick one to show you guys. I know some of you were curious about this. Some of you are like, why'd you give that much for a tree? But it's going to be it's going to make a nice tree. So anyway, like always guys, thanks for watching.